Hello and welcome back to another live stream. Welcome back to the YouTube channel, people. Welcome back to another reaction video, another reacting to fan cams. We've got 3 today from Tottenham and Arsenal. Because like Man United drew today, so I would have added like another 1 or 2, Man United match reactions if they had actually lost. But no Man United reactions this time. I think that's the first time in ages because these lot have been getting pammed pretty much every week. But yeah, make sure to leave a like on the stream. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. We're trying to hit 1K this year, people, and I think we will, but we're just trying to fast track our way there. But yeah, we're reacting to Expressions, Liga and Turkish today. Shout out to Melon. Big up Mikel. Who the fuck is Mikel, bruv? This guy. Alright. We're going to start with Expressions. We're going to get straight into it. Obviously, discussing Tottenham 1, Newcastle 2. This game was absolutely chaotic. It was genuinely so fucking stupid. Like, it was just a stupid game. It was the lack of defensive awareness from Tottenham. I know they got injuries, but Jesus Christ. Let me just make my screen smaller. All right, let's see what Expressions has to say.
I'm not going to sit here and say that the players we had available didn't give it their very best. They fought into the end like Tony Montana in Scarface, fam. They played for the club, they played for the fans, and they played for the manager. The refereeing was atrocious, blood. Newcastle were handling more balls than P. Diddy and Philip Schofield, fam. It was bare freak-offs going on and nothing given. And don't tell me, where could he have put his hand, X? He could have put his hand in his pocket, fam. He could have put his hand behind his back like defenders do. That was an absolute robbery, yeah? Abracadabra, Krept and Conan should get royalties from this defeat. It was a robbery. On top of that, Joe Linton was moving like Alex Pereira in the...
Bro, Joe Linton always gets... is one of them footballers that always gets away with mad shit on the pitch, fam. Like, just always gets away with at least, like, just a yellow card at most. But really, he should be like second yellowed about 1 million times.
UFC, fam, doing up his best Viola Davis impression, getting away with murder. However, 10 losses in 20 games is unacceptable. It's absolutely mental to the point where the Spurs home shirt is looking like a straitjacket. No win at home in 2 months. We've been touched at home again and again like some Premier League piano keys. No win. And saying that he wins trophies in his second season. Well, the way things are going, the only thing I see him holding up at the end of the season are our players' hamstrings, fam.
Bro, Ange winning fuck all. Imagine if they somehow beat Liverpool in the Carabao Cup, then even then, I wouldn't even trust them to come up against Newcastle or Arsenal. Like, it's Tottenham we're talking about.
And as for these owners, they better take a page out of Sean Paul's book and get busy. Just look at the team we had to field today. We've lost so many players this season. Forget AIA. We should be sponsored by Rizla.
No, you got to bring back the old sponsorships in the Premier League, man. I can't even remember who Spurs used to be sponsored by in the Barclays era. You got to bring back the old sponsorship because the AIA shit, that's cursed them, man.
I'm telling you, fam, we've lost more players than Robbie's lost weight. They are getting touched home and away like we've got Alf Stewart in charge. It's an Australian soap, fam.
Unfucking bro.
2-1 to Newcastle, touched at home, Jackson 5 settings, fam. And I'm not going to lie, the players, they gave it their all. They did. This squad is depleted. We are cursed.
Although I will say, like, as much as Maddison should have started, like, he was ill. But then again, if you're ill, what's the point of you just being on the bench? If you're well enough to be on the bench, surely you're well enough to start. I don't think there's any form of illness that means that you can only play like 45 minutes instead of 90 or like 25 minutes instead of 90 or whatever. But I don't know, man. I feel like Maddison should have started. Him and Kulusevski in the middle, because since Maddison came on, they actually look, better. Like Solanke played really well. I feel like he deserved a lot better, creating chances and stuff. But Dubravka also played well in goal, so fair.
I'm telling you, fam, no luck. Jason from Top Boy, fam. We're like Ron Weasley and Harry Potter, blood. We're like Billy Mitchell in EastEnders, fam. Ian Beale with Gyal.
Jason and Top Boy is funny.
That's what we are. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to lie, fam. Obviously, when I saw the team that we had to field 2025, Timo Werner is starting for us.
Not only that, Sergio Reguilon came on as well. I didn't even know he still played for Tottenham.
Please look in the Premier League and tell me, who is he starting for? He isn't even starting for Ipswich.
Nope.
Wolves. You get me? He's not. Man's dead food. Timo Werner. Brother. I can't believe it, fam. Like, literally, bro. Like, we are down to our bones. John Jones. That's what it is, fam. We are literally down to the bare bones. And these owners better be shopping January. I don't give a damn.
They just get the goalkeeper because, was it, Forster and Vicario are both injured. They ain't getting anyone else.
Hey, January sales. January sales, blood. These man better be bringing in some reinforcements, bruv, because we are getting destroyed. Brother, that is 10 losses. We've lost half our games already. And we ain't even won 10. We've won 7, lost 10, and have 3 draws, blood. Do you know what I mean? IKEA settings. That's what it is. You get me? The team, Brandon Austin, bruv. You get me? Man of the match, blood. Big him up, fam. You got to big up Brandon Austin, fam. You know them.
Brandon Austin, yeah. He's been at the club for like 17 years or some shit. I think it was his first start. And he actually played really well. Commanded his box well. Like, just overall just did his job really well. As what a keeper should do. His distribution was really good as well. Like, Brandon Austin, like, I know they just signed a keeper, but he maybe could have done a job. But it's better than safe than sorry. I guess, by signing the Slavia Prague keeper, whoever he is.
Way there. You have to. And where's he been? Do you know what I mean? The man's 25, 26 years old, yeah? I've had to see a Christmas tree in goal in Fraser Forster when we've got this guy. Where's he been? Every player and refuses to play seems to be playing well when they come into the team. He did the same thing with Spence. You know what I mean? Yep. Brandon Austin, even Reguilon. Reguilon played better than Udogie certain times. What's going on? This guy needs to start trusting the players we've got, and maybe we'll be avoiding the injuries we're getting. Because the way Udogie's been run to the ground, he needs a break.
Also, Van der Ven Romero came back against Chelsea and they both got injured. They rushed them both back for that game and they both got injured anyway. So what was the point? I know they're out until what, February, March or whatever? That's something you can criticize Ange for. As much as he hasn't been given many players, the players he has got, he hasn't managed them well.
Porros needed a break. Jet Spence could have played. You get me? Van der Ven's hamstrings definitely have needed a break. You know what I'm saying? Dragerson, he couldn't get a game at the start of the season. Our squad has been mismanaged by the manager, and that's fact. Say what you want. You get me? Ange has mismanaged the squad when we've had a fully fit team. And now look at us. We're in disarray Mysterio, disarray Charles. You get me, fam? So many man out, bro. You get me? Pride Festival FC, I've said it already, bro. That's what it is. He's mismanaged the squad. But the game today, the referees, blood. The referee didn't lose the game for them, though. The referees were terrible, don't get me wrong. But as I said before, robberies don't exist in football. If football is a 90-minute game, they should have finished their chances. Simple as that. Referees were terrible, but they didn't decide the game for Tottenham. Don't get me wrong, the goal that was given, I've seen not given before for Newcastle, but it happens. Referees are shit. We should all know this by now, watching the Premier League for how long we've watched it. The Premier League referees have always been awful. They're always inconsistent. But every fan base thinks it's against them. Every fan base thinks, why are the refs against us? The refs aren't targeting you. And I love it when it said that from a Big Six fan base. I'm not saying X is saying that, but from a Big Six fan base as well. You know, some of the most privileged clubs in the Premier League. I don't get that, but yeah. How you're going to give that goal? Bergvall, yeah, I thought he gave it away cheaply. When I watch it back and it hits his hand, yeah, where was the VAR? Because I didn't see it on TV. VAR souls, blood. That's pretty much what it was. I didn't see that on TV. Where was the VAR? You get me? And even if they VAR'd it and they let it go, that's ridiculous. RX, where can he put his hand? It's not the Paralympics. Brother, the ball hit a part of his body that he cannot use when playing the game. It should have been stopped. But
To be honest, the goal should have been disallowed, but again, 90-minute game.
No, they allow it, blood. Oh, it's fine. And it leads straight to a goal. Maybe if it didn't lead to a goal, maybe if that happened 5 in their own box or something, I could understand it. But that action led straight to a goal. Because if his hand wasn't there, the pass was going to our player. Nah, absolute, bro, I'm seething. I'm heated, blood. Of course not, blood. They give the goal, and then it's 1-1. And then the second goal for Newcastle, I'm not even going to lie. It was shambolic defending from Dragerson.
Bro, what would Dragerson do for that second goal? Like, it was some of the most it's like playing against the CPU on amateur mode on FIFA. The way Dragerson was defending for that goal. It was genuinely horrendous. But it's also, why are you letting the cross go in the first place? If you're playing a high line, why are you sitting back on crosses? If you're playing high line, you got to close the man down. You got to close the man down when the winger is taking you on. Because then the cross goes in the first place, and then the centre-backs that are playing, one of them is a midfielder. So they don't have the natural defensive awareness to clear that anyway, even though it's basic stuff. Dragerson isn't good, by the way. Dragerson does not even suit the style of play, but he's not a good player. He's not good. This guy gets caught out way too much.
Obviously, he tried to maybe get it away, and it almost looked like it was going to be an own goal. And then Alexander Isaac puts it away, fam. Scoring again. You get me? Another one for his stats. Literally living his life. And don't get me wrong. The team did try, but we were at the bare bones. We did better than I expected.
They also have a lack of quality as well. So even if they do try, the reason why they ain't winning some games is because they just ain't good enough. They don't have final third quality.
We did, fam, with the team available. But at the end of the day, it's just not good enough. That's 10 losses. That's 10 losses. You've given me how many losses already this season, and it just keeps continuing. I don't understand how Andrew's still in the job. I'm going to be honest. I know you're going to say injuries X, but I'm telling you, he has a part to play in these injuries. He does. You get me, fam?
That's probably a worthy criticism as well, because as much as he deserves a bit more of a backing in the transfer window, he's the one that mismanaged the squad. He is the one that has caused the injuries that Spurs have. So it's not really an excuse.
Way he's overworked these players and the style of football that we play, and you don't want to rotate. You don't want to give Spence a chance. Regulon, he's getting paid wages by the club. He has a shirt number. You get me? He should be, he should even be in our Europa League squad. Do you get me? It doesn't make sense. It generally doesn't make sense to me. Do you know what I mean? We've made mistakes. Andrew's definitely made mistakes, and I'm not going to put this loss. I'm not going to say this loss and everything's on him, because at the end of the day, the team did a lot better than I expected. I didn't expect to win this game. I expected to get maybe something out of it, maybe a draw before this illness news came out. But then, bro, it's like things just keep getting worse for us.
I had to check now as well, Dave. I didn't realize we only lost 9 times instead of 10.
It keeps getting worse. But what I won't do is pretend that, oh, you know what? Martyr. Do you know what I mean? It's all right. Do you know what I'm saying? Because, brother, we've lost 10 games. You get me? When we played Newcastle the first time, who did we have missing, blood? We lost that game too. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
It is what it is. It's unacceptable. Ipswich, Crystal Palace, drop points at Fulham, Bournemouth, Forest. Bro, I can name them all. I remember the losses. I remember the losses more than the wins at this point. It's peak, and we've been winning 4-0, 5-0, because we go on these highs and then go to major lows, fam. That's what it is.
X is just tired and he's in pain at this point, bro. Like, he cannot be asked at all, bro. This is the thing as well. As X said, even when Tottenham have had their fully fit squad, or they haven't had injuries, they're still not good enough on the pitch because their squad isn't good enough. But that kind of sums them up. Like, when they've had Van der Ven and Romero still there, they've still been caught out. So it kind of doesn't really make a difference. Sometimes it is the system, yes, but he needed more players in the transfer window. But this is what Daniel Levy does: back them in the Spurs in the first season, in the second season. Nah.
I'm telling you, bro, we literally go from parachuting to doing the limbo, fam.
To be fair, man, he's the same victim as me. He supports Tottenham because of his mum. Same way I support West Ham because of my parents. So unlucky, bro. Bloody unlucky that.
That's what it is. And it's just not good enough. It's not good enough. And like literally, I don't even know if it's Ange or whatever. This club need to buy players in January, bro. I don't think he's being sacked. But when I look at who we've got next year, brother, we got Liverpool in the cup. If we get sacrificed, he could be on his way out. Tamworth then next. Brother,
Tamworth, bruv.
We better hope it don't go to penalties.
Oh
We
my
might
days.
lose that game. And then Arsenal, we're losing that game. We can't win at the Emirates when we've even had a better team than them.
I can't remember the last time Tottenham won at the Emirates.
We can't. No, we can't. We can't win at the Emirates. I'm telling you, fam, there's more chance of me joining a society that begins with K times 3, blood. You get me? I'm not giving them a platform. But, brother, there's more chance of them accepting me. We don't win at the Emirates. We don't. We get touched at Anfield. We get cooked at the Bridge. Brother, the amount of games we've lost already and the teams we haven't even gone away to is crazy. Oh, my goodness. How many games is this man going to lose this season? How many, fam?
Like 15, 16, 17, maybe.
Go and look at his injury record for Celtic, fam. Brother, literally, the hamstrings were up. You get me? This guy, he gets injuries. This is what he does. This is what happens. And this ain't the Scottish League. This is the Premier League. We can't deal with it. You get me? We ain't got a squad like Chelsea. Like, it's, oh, mate, man, have to big up the players for trying each and every time. We do, you get me? The illness, they were ill, you get me? But, brother.
They always play like they're ill.
The whole club's ill at this point. This illness is bigger than what happened to the players. It's the institution, fam. You get me? I'm ill, blood. You get me? Spurs junctivitis. It's crazy. Another loss, bro. Another loss, fam. That's just... Where do we go from here? You get me, fam? We've got Vicario's next of kin coming in, next of Kinski. It looks like we're signing a goalkeeper. Get him in. But, brother, we need the defender. We need players. We need players. We need a few. I don't care if it's loans. I don't give a damn. MC Hammer, do whatever you need to do. We need reinforcements, blood. You get me? This Premier League's done. We need to try and win a trophy. Premier League done. I'm not even looking at the table, bro. Premier League is done.
Well, speaking of Arsenal as well, next we've got League Gunner. Brighton 1, Arsenal 1. Before we get into that Arsenal fan cams from League Gunner and Turkish, make sure to smash a like on the video, people. And make sure to subscribe if you're new. We're trying to hit 1K. Trying to hit 1K this year. But, I mean, Tottenham are Tottenham fans. They're always going to be like this. And I feel like it's only just going to get worse. So, yeah. Yeah, I know, Wayne. But Europa League. We're still not done laughing at Tottenham this season. They're in the Europa League. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to whoever they face, like when they eventually, I don't know, get through it, whether it's the playoffs or the top 8 or whatever. I'm looking forward to whoever they play. Because you can just tell that the cooking ain't done. Now, Brighton 1, Arsenal 1. Lead this guy. Such a wind-up, fam. Arsenal had a stinker in this one. He's not even going to say anything, no?
We are smoking tonight, guys. We are officially Stoke City pack.
Fuck's sake.
4 DMs. 3 centre-backs.
I just realised he's actually right. Marino, Rice, Jorginho, and Partey all played in the same team. All of them played in the same team. No one asked for that many DMs.
A goalkeeper. A defensive striker.
Defensive striker.
A 17-year-old. And a geezer who looks like he gets no sleep.
Face
I
six.
can't get no sleep. Do 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 do.
Big tune, by the way.
Okay, cool. Slap the likes up. Make sure you're subbing. We're nearly on 110k. Cool. Oh, you're profiting. Oh, you're milking it. I bet you're buzzing. I bet Gabby Jesus is buzzing, mate. He's been paid 265 grand this week. Cheers, guys.
Jesus doesn't score goals, to be fair. He's even said it himself.
Cheers. Time wasting in the first half.
What is it with Arsenal going
Time
1-0 up and
wasting
time
in
wasting?
the first half, you know. Every single throw-in takes 30 seconds.
Mm.
And I actually timed the last free kick that we had. We won the free kick on the 94th minute, bang on 94 minutes. 55 seconds later, Declan Rice, as he was today. However, we'll get to him in a minute. 55 seconds later, whips a cross into the box from the free kick.
By the way, Declan Rice, and I think Lewis called him Overprice, is some of the funniest slander names I've heard. Because, like, obviously, you played at West Ham, you ain't getting a spot like that. So you ain't going to get many slander names like that. But now you play for Arsenal, it's funny to look from the outside in. I'd still take him back, though.
And that scrub Zucchini Zinchenko, I'll get my words out in a minute. Zucchini Zinchenko was offside again for the third time on a set piece. Ethan, in fact, let's go from back to front. Pause.
Jesus Christ.
Smash the likes up. Emergency meeting, you best believe we're there. And I'm absolutely knackered, by the way. This is my third watch along of the day. Oh my days. I actually sat there and watched a proper winger today, bawling out that you, man, have told me is a scrub because he doesn't get GA. Cool. Yeah. Well, guess what? Yeah, he did today, mate. He did today.
Anyone could go 1v1 against Sufa, but Savinho was brilliant against us. But don't bring him up, please. I don't want to think about West Ham.
Yeah, he did today. What was Trossard doing?
Did fuck all, as always.
Anyway, let's start with our goalkeeper. Lads and lasses. And unicorns. Non-binary, of course.
Oh.
Non-binary unicorns. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, they're all so pretty. I fancy the team. Oh my god, they're so sexy.
Hey, what the fuck? Joy, is the Arsenal fan base? We even put it on the stream with Alfie and Melon yesterday about how they literally want to just fuck Calafiori. It's kind of mad, man.
Yeah, goalkeeper. I've been telling you for 5-6 weeks now. This guy is getting way too cocky. His kicking was a joke today. Disgusting. Shocking. Abysmal. We should have lost this game, by the way. But the narrative from the people that are chatting shit, yeah, is robbed. Arsenal robbed.
Yeah, every time, mate. Any chance they can get to blame the referee.
We weren't robbed, mate. The only thing we've been robbed of is a proper manager.
And a league title, fam.
Anyway, David Raya, stinker. Absolute stinker. He was awful, and he has been for weeks. Let's go to left back. Oh, my days.
Calafiori.
The wild horse. Oh, Calafiori's fun to watch. He's like a wild horse with his long mane of hair flopping around. Yeah. Yeah, his long mane of hair flopping around, mate. Yeah, send that fucker back to Italy real quick.
Their fan base goes into zest overdrive every time Calafiori plays.
Please, 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 from now on. Yeah, and I know the club watch my content. Yeah, put Zinchenko at left back because it's quite clear that Kieran Tierney, my baller, by the way, Kieran Tierney, go back to Celtic, my G. Please go back to Celtic because you joined us. Yeah, you won us an FA Cup or helped win us an FA Cup. You've been absolutely took the piss out of ever since. Yeah, gone out to Sociedad, come back, mucked around again when we're playing centre backs at left back, right backs at left back, and so on and so forth. Yeah, when you're the best left back at the club. So please, please, please do go to Celtic.
Where's Timber, by the way? I didn't see Timber in the squad. I don't think Timber was in the squad. Is he injured again? Arteta just overplaying players. And also, you know it's bad when he's putting Zinchenko forward to play left back. I'm assuming Lewis Skelly should play midfield then, because Lewis Skelly should probably start over Calafiori at this point.
Because at the end of the season, you're doing armpits, mate.
Oh, he was suspended. Okay. All right, that makes sense. Because I was going to say, just disappeared, fam.
You're holding a title. This man has just failed again. I beg you, go Celtic, brother. please. The Calafiori, the Zucchini Zinchenko. Just say you fancy the guy. How many times do I have to say this? I told you from day one, this guy is not it, bruv. But no, you've got an agenda. Oh, you just do it for clicks. Yeah, cool. Hold that. Hold that, mate. Hold that. Good luck. You all jump on board a year or two later. Cool. Let's go right back. Thomas Partey, man of the match for Arsenal today. Yeah, and the bar is low. He ain't getting more than a 5. But we're...
Hey, you know it's bad when your best players played a 5 out of 10. I didn't even think Thomas Partey was that good, but like it kind of clearly he didn't either. But it's kind of just saying how bad everyone else was, but which is kind of true. Obviously, the best player was probably Nwaneri for 45 minutes, and then they took him off. But then again, it was kind of justified to take him off because he was injured. But him being injured is a big blow for Arsenal, man.
Best midfielder at right back. Cool. To accommodate some scrubs in midfield.
Yep.
The centre-back pairing. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
There's DIY, and there's doing it.
Fuck your DIY.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. But it wasn't a penalty. Yes, it was. If you towed the ball past somebody in the penalty box and the keeper wipes your ankle out, yeah, or a defender clutches your ankle, yeah, or pushes you over, it's a penalty. Yeah, but Lee, I've seen, because Terry Flowers showed us, yeah, he'll do anything for fucking traction, bruv.
I can't lie, I didn't think it was a penalty, yeah, but whether it's a penalty or not, it's a 90-minute game. As I just said for the Tottenham game, it's a 90-minute game. Why do Arsenal fans always blame the ref? Why did you go and waste time as soon as you went 1-0 up? That's the questions you should be asking, not, the referees conforming against Arsenal Football Club. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, real talk. Real talk. It's a penalty. It's a mad penalty. It's a harsh penalty, but it's a penalty. Anywhere else on the pitch, that's a free kick, so why ain't it in the penalty box?
I don't think it is.
I'm not having it. Fair. And even if, let's assume it's not a penalty. What did we do after that? Oh, yeah, nothing. Okay, cool. So let's move on. Mikel Merino, send that geezer on the first flight back to Bilbao, get him an Uber straight to Sociedad. He obviously forgot the keys to unlock Martinelli. But yeah.
Oh, they've really downgraded on Xhaka, man. Merino has been absolutely fucking awful most games that he's played.
Anyway, scrub. I told you he was a scrub. I told you Calafiori was a scrub. But you didn't want to listen. You were too busy playing toppest of top, tippity-top gooners. Is what it is. Oh, look how happy he is. Oh, he's happy that Arsenal dropped points. No, I've been telling you this for 5 years. And why you lot were playing...
Shout out to Rob. Head lost after that draw. Bro, understandable, bro. Understandable. Jesus Christ. Trent's head was in Spain, bro. That was generally fucking awful, man. That's awful performance from Liverpool. You're still going to win the league, but it's Man United. You want to beat Man United all the time, especially when they're shit.
And toppest of tippity-top gooners, yeah, lying through your teeth, blaming VAR. Let me tell you a stat right now. Oh, Anthony Taylor. Well, Anthony Taylor sent off Kovacic in the cup final. Yeah, in 2020, the cup final this manager won. The only trophy he's won. There was no VAR in the game. Xhaka stamped on Kovacic's toe. He sent off Kovacic. They were both on a yellow card. He sent off Kovacic. It should have been Granit Xhaka getting sent off. Let's go back to 2017, the cup final I was actually attending. I was there in the ground. He sent off Victor Moses for a second yellow for diving. He is refereed over 14 years, 52 Arsenal games in all competitions. We've only lost 8 of them. Hold that. Stop chatting crap about referees.
I'm glad he's called that out. I wasn't going to mention it as well, but when Fabianski punched Gabriel in the face, which, by the way, not many teams get that sort of penalty. Wolves did it against Man United when Onana punched Craig Dawson in the face. I wasn't moaning about Arsenal shouldn't have had a penalty and all that. I don't care. I don't play victim. I don't play victim to refereeing decisions. This isn't 3 years ago. I used to. But you don't see me complaining. Because Arsenal quite rightly beat us and battered us in that game anyway. It doesn't make a fucking difference. It's a 90-minute game. Stop complaining about refs.
We were awful. Declan Rice, Decline Rice, bruv. Decline Rice. Oh my days. Do you know what? Guy shouldn't have been on the pitch in the first place. Why?
Damn.
Because the manager, out of his own lips, out of his own mouth, said only yesterday, we have to manage his minutes. He's been playing with some niggles in the last few games. So why'd you start him then?
So this is the first time that Declan Rice has even really had some. I'm not going to repeat that word because it sounds too similar to another word, but had some knocks to like himself when it comes to injuries and stuff. At West Ham, he only had one major injury that ruled him out for a few months, and so it's Arteta again. When we just talked about Ange Postecoglou mismanaging this squad and overplaying certain players in the squad. Arteta is the king of that. Arteta does the exact same thing. Overworks players. Too much workload on the same players and just keeps repeating the same lineups. Then he's gone full rotation and played 3 centre midfielders instead of Martin Odegaard in the 10. Now, cool, Odegaard needs a rest, but why not just play Wanyeri there and then play someone who's actually a winger on the right? And then Lewis Skelly gets benched 2 games in a row for no reason, and Calafiori puts 2 stinkers in. None of Arteta's team selections actually make any sense. And also, Arsenal fans, what about that extra 100 million that you wanted to give West Ham United? Do you still want to give us an extra 100 million?
Why'd you start him? Hold this manager to account for the words that he says. Yeah, this guy is a joker, mate, trying to prolong his career by playing up to the majority. Oh, it was never a penalty. I've never seen anything like it. It's unprecedented. Shut up. Yeah, these players are shit scared to do anything, mate, because you'll hook them.
Yep.
Jorginho, lucky he didn't get sent off. So if we're talking about refs, mate, he lashed out. Yeah, he lashed out. He should have been sent off. Yeah. But no one going to talk about that? No one going to talk about him trying to do a bicycle kick in our own penalty box? No? Okay, cool. We're not going to do that. Okay, fine. Fantastic. Trossard, dog shit. Gabby Jesus. Christmas Jesus is long
Jesus is so shit, man.
gone, brother. This is Jesus. Yeah, 265 grand a week. But don't worry, I'm the problem, innit? Yeah. Sorry to break the bubble and burst your balloon. Yeah, and piss on your chips. I say what I believe, mate, and I'm watching it with 4 eyes, mate. Yeah, I can see it, and I've seen it for time. If you don't want to play top as the tip-top gooners, that's up to you. Unfortunately, you're all finished by the end of this month. Ethan and Wary. There's a reason I never tweeted stinker and hooked, because you did have a stinker in the first half. However, that's because you were the only player on the pitch trying to do something.
Hey, even Lee is saying start the 17-year-old. Like, no one was good yet, but he was the only one actually trying to do anything, as Lee said.
And you had no one to pass to, so you had to try and dribble past 2 or 3, and you lost the ball a few times. But well done to you, mate. Well done to you. Fantastic. The only reason that geezer got booked is because this manager has told this lot time waste on every set piece. And he got booked. And guess what? It's easy to hook off the 17-year-old. Oh, but he's got muscular injury. Mikel Arteta's told us. Yeah, Mikel Arteta told us that 29 was available today and he won. Yeah, Mikel Arteta also told us that Declan Rice, Decline Rice, yeah, was playing with niggles. So why did he start? The manager is a compulsive bullshitter, bruv. Bit like most of this fan base. Yeah, absolute disgrace. But don't worry. We move on. Bring on Newcastle. Yay.
Newcastle at home. We'll be discussing that tomorrow with Alfie's at 10 p.m. straight after Wolves versus Nottingham Forest. We're going to get into the last video. Turkish's fan cam.
Yes, people, you know what time it is. Match reaction time. Brighton 1, Arsenal 1. I can't lie to you. I'm fuming. I'm not surprised. I'm still fuming. If you
And we'll skip a minute ahead when the ad comes up.
thought the title race was still on, if we was even in it in the first place, then I'm sure you think it's over now. 2 points dropped at Brighton. We couldn't afford to drop any more points. Liverpool play Man United tomorrow. At this moment in time, Man United are rolling over for every Tom, Dick and Harry, let alone Liverpool at Anfield. So,
well, this hasn't aged well.
If you're expecting something out of that to work in our favour, don't. And even if it does, it probably makes this result against Brighton even worse, in my opinion. Because the last couple of times Liverpool have dropped points a matter of weeks ago, we also dropped points.
They dropped points in the same exact week.
We didn't capitalise. That includes the game week that they didn't play against Everton. So them ones tend to hurt even more when you know in a game you should be winning, cost you so much. And tomorrow, at this time, it'll be Liverpool 8 points clear of Arsenal with a game in hand and us still to visit Anfield. It's long, people. It's long.
Bro, that's why I laughed on Flawless channel about Arsenal winning, not Arsenal winning the title, but Arsenal winning the league.
The Premier League, in my opinion, is Liverpool's to lose. But in the position they're in, with the players they have, with Salah on the mission he's on, they ain't losing it, people. They ain't losing it. And to be honest, they deserve it. Very well deserved.
They're 6 points ahead with the game in hand, by the way. Any Arsenal fans still holding hope? Give up.
A lot of people, including myself, wrote them off, and here they are, top of the table, flying high, regardless of contract situations being up in the air, something that in years gone past, we've looked at as an excuse to our failings, contract situations and so on. Well, not Liverpool. They continue rolling over teams. Salah continues coming out to say, I ain't, signed a new contract. I don't know what's going on. Trent flirting. I was about to say flirting with Real. He's in bed with them, it seems. But
yeah, he's shagging Fiorentina Paris right now.
They're still winning games, and best believe they're going to go and beat United tomorrow, probably handsomely, add to their goal difference. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Premier League over and out.
Your aunt.
And this ain't the Premier League reaction; it's the match reaction. I'm going to get into the 90 minutes. I'm also going to get into some off-the-pitch stuff with Mikel Carr. Some of the things he's been saying are not making sense to me. Some of the things he's been saying have actually been making me sick. Deja vu. Not good, Mikel. But before we get into the 90 minutes, before we get into some Mikel quotes on the January transfer window, Proton are back.
I'm going to skip a minute in.
The window. In the summer, they tell you don't look back. Look forward. When you talk about the January window, they tell you you can't do much in the January window. There's not enough in the market, including Mikel, by the way. A liar. I haven't seen a January market so delicious from top to bottom. There's entrees there, meze, there's starters. There's a main course. There's dessert. There's drinks, hot and cold, cocktails, mocktails. There's release clauses galore.
Do you know what makes this worse? They were saying Arsenal were linked to Mateus Cunha. Cunha is about to sign a new contract. So the saga that they had in mind to just drive on and just fake that they were actually getting until deadline day and then it goes to February and stuff. It's not even going to happen. Watch when he says steak. Listen, I'm sure you're happy as well, Dick. You get that big cash in the summer and you've got Cunha for the rest of the season.
A delicious January window. I haven't seen many this delicious in my life. You need a striker? Osimhen, Gyökeres, release clauses. They're on it. But some will tell me, nah, Gyökeres has come out and said he's staying. Nah, Osimhen's going to... Why? There's release clauses there. Let's talk. Why can't we talk?
The big clubs would go there and just talk and be like, here's the money, we're paying for it.
Let them say no. Let them make that decision. Let us know that we went for them. We tried, we failed. Can't get onto that. All you can do is try and learn from failures. But to excuse not even going for that doesn't make sense. Lookman, Nico Williams, 2 release clauses on the left wing. Delicious. 40-something mil for Lookman. We like to be shrewd.
40 million for Lookman would be a fucking bargain. That would be brilliant for the type of winger they need. It'll be a terrific upgrade of what they have already. That would be like shrewd business. Why aren't they doing that? Because they're not serious.
Not bad, price-wise. But no, we're going for Cunha. Why are we going for Cunha? Because it's the hot topic. He's the hot name at the moment.
That hasn't aged well either.
So if we feed this to the fans, they'll latch onto it. It's not realistic, but they'll latch onto it. And they'll tell fans like Turkish, we want Cunha. We're going to wait till the summer. It's unrealistic to get it done in January. Oh, really? We want Cunha now? Ah, okay. And Isak's in the summer, right? But Sesko was in the summer too, right? We're waiting for all these players. Are we still waiting for Vlahovic? Maybe
Oi, that Vlahovic saga. Remember the Isak saga from 4 years ago when they followed his car around? Was it when they were trying to get top 4? Bro, how many Arsenal transfer sagas that have never happened have happened? Weren't they after Madison the same time they were after Odegaard? Like, how many Arsenal transfer sagas have we heard about? That's pretty much a saga that they've never got over the line. Weren't they interested in Caicedo 6 months before Chelsea got him when they got Mudryk and when Chelsea got Mudryk and stole Mudryk off them? In fact, yeah, Arsenal and Mudryk as well. And they ended up getting fucking Jorginho. Like, what the... Like, nobody talks about this. I know it was like a few years ago, but nobody talks about this. They were trying to go after Caicedo. Then they got Jorginho, and then in the summer, Chelsea got Caicedo. Nobody talks about that. Why? Also, they didn't go back in for Caicedo. They went for Declan Rice instead. I'm so confused.
Mudryk too. See what this test B comes out as before making. Are we still waiting for all of these profiles? Because I'm sorry, the profile we need up front is a 9. And by 9, I mean 9.
Proper 9.
Not the one you strap to the waist, but a one that fires bullets same way. And we ain't got no one firing bullets up top.
No one.
Onto this game, Nwaneri. He's our only bright spark. He's the one that Brighton decided to double up on. A 17-year-old. Trossard. Jesus. And to be honest, Martinelli and Havertz, they didn't play in the first half. Didn't play at all, Havertz. All of these men should be embarrassed.
Oh, shit.
Saka's the main man. We know doubled, tripled, quadrupled up now. Quadrupled that time because no one else matters in that attack. Jesus, leave him to it. Martinelli, leave him. Trossard, Havertz, leave them to it.
Bro, if I'm a defender, I'm letting Martinelli go through and go.
It's Saka. Saka's out. It's now the 17-year-old. Well done, Trossard, Martinelli, Jesus, Havertz, etc. People are going to be, Havertz didn't even play. He's mentioning his name. Martinelli didn't play the first half. He's mentioning his name. Yes, I'm mentioning their names because it's all come to a head now.
It's the bigger
in
picture.
Attack. We can see there are no internal solutions. Mikel, internal solutions. The only solutions internally are here for the window.
He's going
Use
mad.
your brain.
He's going mad.
But he knows what it is. He signed a new contract, 15 M's. He comes out with best owners in the world. He talks about January like we can't do much, like it's not a window to look to improve in. But hold on, Mikel. A year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you told us, I took these words as gospel. I said, listen, he's saying the right things. It might not be going the right way on the pitch, but he's saying the right things. He said you cannot, and I repeat, you cannot go through a window and not improve, not capitalize.
Nobody holds his words to account, though. No journalist is going to be there like in a press conference and instead of being a yes man, actually bring it up. Because if you watch the Tottenham All or Nothing documentary, where Mourinho is talking to the press guy, they go through the questions before they're asked. So a real journalist that will actually put some pressure on will actually ask him some questions. Like Man United, they don't really have a choice because they're going to ask what they want because of the media circus. But with Arsenal, they are PRFC. So they're going to clear up the question quality beforehand. Do you know what it is? It's Wenger 2.0 because Wenger used to say some shit. When people used to take it for gospel and then go into a transfer window, boom, nothing happens.
Not make moves. He said that multiple times. But now, after a new contract, 15 M's in the bag every year, we're hearing best owners in the world. We're hearing the squad was thin going into the season. Make sense, firstly. And now we're hearing windows, or this window is difficult to work in. No.
Why is your squad thin in phase 6?
Oh, delicious window. Delicious. Lookman, Williams, Gyökeres, Osimhen. Eat.
Shout out to Mark. Hey, Mike, why are they saying decline Bryce from League Gunner? Oh, yeah, because they don't rate him. They don't rate him, to be fair. He ain't been performing like how he was at West Ham. So they're just slandering him in it. But that's the looking from the outside.
You're either a monster or you're food. Sully said it. We need to stop moving like we're food.
What's with the Top Boy references lately?
We need to eat. We need to be the monsters. We've never been a monster in the transfer window. When we went and spent 100 on Declan, I thought, wow, we're turning a corner here, you know. 100 on the...
Man said they're in phase 6 and Arsenal still need a 6. That's mad. That's mad. Their only actual like 6 that they like is playing at right back as well. Playing out wide, playing on a wing, should be in another wing.
The DM, bold. But that has to be the start of something, not the beginning and the end of it. And when you take into account the last window, yeah, because Mikel, you talk about January is not the window to improve, it's difficult. Well, what happened in the summer then? How can you justify being thin in the 5th season?
I was literally saying this.
What was wrong in the summer? Marino, Calafiori, Sterling. Come on, not good enough.
Marino, Calafiori, Sterling, and Neto. That is the one. That's probably one of the worst windows Arsenal have had in the past few years in general. They've had some terrible windows in like the Emirates era, but that's terrible, man.
Not good enough. Takes Nwaneri off at half time. Our only bright spark. He took his goal well, and that move very nice. Partey breaks the lines. Marino into Rice. Rice back to Marino. Marino ball over the top. Nwaneri direct into the box. Could lay it off for an assist. Decides to bury it himself. Keeper could have done better. Maybe should have done better. Who gives a shit? 1-0 up. Nwaneri scores. Happy days. Pretty early in the game as well. Failed to build on it. And then at half time, what? He comes off because of a yellow card. Ooh, yellow card. Risk. Red. Unacceptable.
Well, we now know it's muscular injury, but obviously Turkish probably didn't know at the time making his fan cam.
Completely killed off the threat in attack. Because with that midfield, coupled up with the attack minus Nwaneri, good night. Brighton from the first minute of that second half took more control, was on the front foot. And we had nothing to be able to change that.
Arsenal 4 6s. One looks like the manager. 2 have won European trophies at another London club. And the other should be on the wing. Sums it up, really. Sums it up. Shambles. Shout the Conference League.
They made a couple changes of their own. Minte and Rutter come on at halftime. Attacking changes. Guess what they did when they bagged the goal and made it 1-1? They brought on Matoma. One of their...
They saw like Adingra getting that Partey, even though Adingra was absolutely fucking shit. And thought, yeah, I'm going to put Matoma on Thomas Partey. As much as Matoma wasn't that great, still made Thomas Partey look like shit.
Star players. Oh, they was going for the win. Why? Because we didn't have threats that they had to deal with. They didn't need to bring on another defender to cope with Martinelli or to cope with Odegaard, who come on and he must be ill. Someone needs to tell me that guaranteed he was ill, because if he wasn't ill, then I don't know what the hell was going on out there.
Jorginho in the 10.
Terrible cameo.
Declan Rice was in the 10.
Didn't have an influence, didn't change anything. The penalty was a penalty before people argue against. Saliba's gone for the ball, missed it, and headbutted Pedro. Was it intentional? No, but it's a penalty. Oh, this is the 3rd time I'm recording this match reaction, you know. If this one don't work, I'm done.
All right, Joe, honestly, you know, if my match reaction recording wasn't working, yeah, for number 2, I can't lie, I don't have the patience to re-record it. Because I've got to talk about West Ham United for the 3rd time. But also, I've got to re-record this shit. I'm like, I've already talked about what I need to talk about. I wouldn't be able to go back in my brain and just think, what did I say in this video? Should I repeat it? Or did I already say it in the video that I'm recording right now? I'll just go mad. Bro, it was even Declan Rice in the 10. I even saw Declan Rice the furthest man forward. Saka out and Bowen out, both are missed. Facts. Yeah, facts. And they're both out for similar amounts of times as well. Imagine a shit show that is Arsenal and West. It's still second Farmers League. The league is genuinely shocking, but the Premier League has been shocking for about 6 or 7 years minimum. Lack of individuals. Well, that's football in general, but football shit. Football shit now. That's the Spanish earthworm Jim shouldn't be playing ball, period. Van Marino is genuinely one of the most basic midfielders that Arsenal signed. He was good. He was all right for Newcastle because he took long shots, strike a ball all right. But this was for Rafa Benitez's Newcastle, not a title-winning or title-challenging side.
I've already done my fan cam with AFTV. But I thought I'll bring it to the community anyway. You know, I've promised you things, I need to deliver. So here I am, delivering. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Well, I say hopefully you've enjoyed. Hopefully you've... I don't know. Can't say hopefully you've enjoyed. How can you enjoy this?
I enjoy it.
If you're not, of course you've enjoyed. Many of you out there, I know you've enjoyed. I don't need to ask you lot. On to Newcastle, on to United. It's cup time. Give me biscuits in February, March. But at the end of the day, biscuits ain't going to fill me up in May. So this season's looking like another season that has been wasted.
Fully wasted season.
We had an opportunity in the summer. We had an opportunity this season. We failed to capitalise, and Liverpool are now top of the league. Going to be 8 points clear with a game in hand, and a trip to Anfield awaits us in the last 18 games of the season. It's not just luck we need. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. I've covered everything I need to cover.
Listen, people. That was it. Listen, some North London pain for you. We've got a sandwich of North London pain, which is what I like to distract myself when I'm going through my very own East London pain myself. Because the pain, when it's reoccurring, it don't hit. So you can't kill a man that's already dead. So that's why I just live through other people's pain when it comes to football. That's what it was like in school anyway, where it was just like going to school as a West Ham fan. Oh, you lost again this week. Yeah, but I'm still going to listen to you rage about Arsenal and Man United or whoever people were supporting in my school at the time. It was mainly Arsenal and Man United if they didn't support West Ham. But it's always nice to just listen to other people talk about pains at their club rather than me talking about it instead. And yeah, we're going to talk about more things Arsenal tomorrow with Alfie. We're going to be live at 10 straight after Wolves versus Nottingham Forest. And we're going to have a couple uploads on Tuesday and Wednesday. No watch-alongs for the Carabao Cup games. But we'll have the match preview for the Aston Villa FA Cup game. And then we'll have a watch-along on Friday for the FA Cup game as well. And yeah, back to normal, all of that stuff. But yeah, shout out to everyone here. Make sure to leave a like on the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. Social medias are in the description if you want to follow me. And the email for any inquiries. And yeah, at GVR Mikes if you want to follow me, of course. We're trying to hit 1K this year. Trying to hit 1K. But anyways, I'm going to go. I'll see you guys tomorrow.